Okay, folks, the second lesson today for Monday and Wednesday for my theory classes is basically this. We'll talk about middle C. Now, when you look at the treble clef, middle C is right here. Now, that line that we call, and there's just kind of an imaginary line that we draw. We call it a ledger line. It kind of helps us remember that the staff continues on, even though these 5 lines and 4 spaces are just a symbol. Our staff, our spaces, and our lines continue on below the staff. Our spaces and lines continue above the staff. So when you look at your piano, we showed you what middle C looks like on the piano. It's the note that looks like next to the 2 black notes right under the label of the piano when the 2 black notes are together. And I'll show you that in just a second because I'll have to pick up my phone and show you. But middle C is where it's written on the treble clef is right here. Now this little line we have is what we call a ledger line, okay? Now, and as I said before, it's just a continuation of the staff, and we can draw a note on the line, or we can draw a note 2 lines below, or whatever. All those notes continue on the staff, even though they're not technically on the original staff. They're still part of the music staff because it's just imaginary lines and spaces from this point on once you get past the 5 lines and 4 spaces that we see on the board. So that's our ledger line. Now let me pull this phone around here so you can see where middle C is. I'll show you where middle C is on the piano. Right here is where our label is. If you'll see our label. Our label, I had to sit down a minute. Our label is right there, okay? You see that says Kauai. If you look at the 2 black notes below the label is these 2 right here, okay? So those are the 2 that we look for when we're looking for middle C and try to match up what our notation is on the clef. So if you look at this in treble clef, middle C is where it is. It's first ledger line below, and that's middle C. It's the white note next to the 2 black notes, right under the label of the piano. So just remember where middle C is on the piano. It's next to the 2 black notes under the label, and it's this note right here. It's to the left of those 2 black notes. All right.